Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim and Assalamu alaikum everyone. Thank you for joining in to this webinar today. I welcome all of you to this webinar on engineers and future of work due to COVID-19, which is organized by the Power Division of IMECI Pakistan. As most of us know that IMECI is a volunteer organization who works for the development of engineers across the globe. I'm very much thankful to the IMECI organizing committee, especially Zishan and Saad and Ahmed Aftab, who is the IT manager at HPSL, for their extended support. Okay, now I start my intro first. My name is Farooq Ali Khan. I'm your host today. I joined HUBCO in 2011 as a mechanical engineer, and then now I move to a position of managing mechanical maintenance. I've the experience of the power plant maintenance and outages. Before HUBCO, I also worked in the Pakistan Petroleum Limited, where I was involved in the construction and commissioning of the gas compression facility. And before that, I also worked in the K Electric, where I remain involved in the construction, commissioning, and the operation and maintenance of the 220 megawatt combined cycle power plant. Okay, as far as my education is concerned, I did my bachelor's from NAD in 2004 in mechanical engineering, and I've also got master's degree from the University of Manchester, UK in 2006. So this is my small or brief introduction. Before I move forward, I would like to tell about the agenda, or you can say the content of today's webinar. So I like to introduce the speaker, the guest speaker, or the key speaker for the today's webinar. एंड देन फिर उसके बाद हम नॉर्म्स की बात करेंगे वेबिनार के वेबिनार के नॉर्म्स क्या हैं इसके, एंड देन विल डिस्कस ऑन द पर्पस ऑफ द डिस्कशन, स्पेशली टुडेज डिस्कशन. एंड देन वन ऑफ माय कलीग्स विल शेयर दिस सर्वे हाईलाइट, जो सर्वे हमने एक फ्लोट किया था, और उस सर्वे से हमें काफ़ी इंसाइट मिली थी कि आजकल स्टूडेंट्स किस तरह सोच रहे हैं. तो उसके बारे में उनकी जो समरी है या हाइलाइट्स को हम जिक्र कर देंगे यहाँ पे आपसे कि ओवरऑल स्टूडेंट्स का क्या फीडबैक है उस पर. और फिर थोड़ी बहुत हम बात करेंगे कि फ्यूचर ऑफ वर्क किस तरह का होगा. कोविड-19 हो गया है, और कोविड-19 के बाद अब दुनिया के अंदर क्या क्या चेंजेस आ रही हैं, क्या क्या चेंजेस आ सकती हैं, और हम अपने आप को कैसे मेकअप करें. और उसके बाद हमारे की स्पीकर जो होंगे वो सवालात जो आप करेंगे उनका जवाब देने की कोशिश करेंगे. और आखिर के अंदर जो है वो एक फीडबैक स्क्रीन आपके सामने डिस्प्ले हो जाएगी आप लोगों की अपनी स्क्रीन पे, और वो हार्डली 1 से 1.5 मिनट की होगी. तो वो काइंडली वो फीडबैक आप ज़रूर दीजिएगा हमें, ताकि हम उस फीडबैक से ऑब्वियसली अपने नेक्स्ट जो हमारे प्रोग्राम्स इस तरह के होंगे उनको इम्प्रूव करने में हमें आसानी होगी. एंड देन फिर फॉर्मली वी क्लोज दिस वेबिनार. तो ये आज का हमारा कंटेंट होगा, जो कि हम ट्राई करेंगे कि ये 1 घंटे के अंदर हम इसको फिनिश करें. और फॉर्मली मैं स्टार्ट करता हूँ, और I like to invite our key speaker, Mr. Tahir Javed, for his introduction. So, sir, over to Tahir, sir.
Okay, Farooq, thank you very much for inviting me, and it's a pleasure to be here. मेरा just brief introduction. इस वक्त मैं आप power company में काम करता हूँ. इससे पहले I was working with Angro Chemical. I am looking after Hub Power Services Limited, जो सारे plants operation and maintenance है. That's what we look at. मेरा bio इस तरह है कि I am an engineer by profession, graduating from UET Lahore, which is University of Engineering and Technology. I have over 30 plus years of experience, and my career spans over various sectors and industries, जिसमें IT, fertilizer, petrochemical, and now power, which is there. During my career of the 30+ years, मुख्तलिफ roles मैंने किए जिनमें human resource को head किया एंग्रो के अंदर, एंग्रो कॉर्प के अंदर, then planning में काम किया, which was at Dharki fertilizer plant, material warehouse, electrical and instrumentation पे I was working, project development, and by profession I'm a mechanical engineer. So you can understand I had very good opportunity to work in various places. Project development, but one of my biggest passion is IT, which is there even today. And as part of my IT, I had at least tried few ventures. So I'm a failed technology entrepreneur also. And I did my master's from University of Houston in 1984. Over to you, Farooq. Thanks. Farooq, आपका माइक बंद है.
I'm sorry. Thank you very much, sir. आज आपने हमारे लिए टाइम निकाला और मैं देख रहा हूँ कि बहुत बड़ी तादाद में लोगों ने यहाँ पे ज्वाइन करना शुरू किया है और रजिस्ट्रेशन के अंदर भी हमने देखा कि पाकिस्तान से तकरीबन हर शहर से और इवन के कुछ रिमोट एरियाज से भी लोगों ने ज्वाइन किया है. और रजिस्ट्रेशन में मैंने ये भी देखा कि एक आध लोगों ने आउटसाइड पाकिस्तान से भी ज्वाइन किया. तो आई होप कि बड़ा इंटरेक्टिव सेशन होगा ये हमारा और लोग इससे काफ़ी फ़ायदा हासिल करने की कोशिश करेंगे. Moving on, I like to invite Mr. Naveed Rabbani for introduction, and I request Naveed to continue with this webinar. Over to you, Naveed.
Thank you, Farooq. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Naveed Rabbani. I am currently working as Manager Electrical and Instrumentation at Hub Power Services Limited. I have around 13 years of experience in power sector. Major काम मैंने electrical planning maintenance side पे किया. I have led various projects in K Electric. I have done projects planning and execution in K Electric. Then I have worked in the maintenance and planning functions in HUBCO. And currently I am looking after electrical instrument and control functions. As far as my education is concerned, I completed my bachelor's in electrical engineering from NED in 2007. Then I completed my master's in energy management in 2011 from NED, and my master's in business administration from IBA in 2019. Now, webinar norms for today. Please अपना microphone mute पे रखिए, switch off your cameras, avoid sitting in noisy places. You are most welcome to ask questions via comment box during the Q&A session. The target audience for today are graduating students and young professionals. ज़्यादातर हमारे साथ जो लोग connected हैं, they are young professionals and graduating students from various universities, and basically most of them are mechanical engineers. The purpose of today's webinar is to discuss the impact of COVID across the globe. How will it affect students and engineers, especially young professionals, and how can they prepare themselves? We conducted a survey through SurveyMonkey among the students of NUST, both campus, Karachi and Islamabad, NED, GIK, UET, Texla, and DHA SOFA. And all of us are very thankful to those who participated in the survey. And it gave us an insight as to what to focus on in our today's discussion. Responses are received from students studying in different semesters, and as I already discussed, majority of the survey respondents are students of mechanical engineering. From the survey, it appears that respondents feel COVID will have huge impact on economy, jobs, and public health across the globe. General perception is, which is very interesting, that COVID will be over and life will return to normal in less than 12 months. Also, majority students are enrolled on online learning platforms. However, 70% of them spend on an average 8 to 10 hours per week, which is not enough to take advantage of learnings that the online platform offers. From survey, it appears time off during pandemic is considered as a spare time with little focus on self-development and learning. Primary focus is on acquiring technical skills. Owing to heightened appreciation of their importance, management and leadership skills are perceived as key to growth for after technical skills. Majority students are expected to provide financial support to their households after their graduation. Students have plans to join their own field of engineering, even if they have to compromise on salary, work location, and working hours. They want to join their own field of engineering. Power generation and auto manufacturing sectors are two areas most of the students will like to work in after they graduate. So that was a brief summary of the survey. Over to you, Farooq.
ओके, थैंक यू नवीद। जिस तरह आपने बताया कि मुख्तलिफ लोग यहाँ पे जो आपने सर्वे का जिक्र किया, जिसके अंदर लोग बहुत ज़्यादा विलिंग है ये सीखने को, और वो उनका इंटरेस्ट ये है कि वो सीखें। और अभी इस टाइम पे लोग बेसिकली अपने कैरियर से ज़्यादा अपनी लर्निंग पे फोकस करना चाहते हैं। विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी टाइम, आई थिंक मुझे चाहिए कि मैं ताहिर जावेद साहब को इनवाइट करूं, और उनसे मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं कि वो अपने एक्सपर्ट व्यूज से और डिस्कशन से, जो आज का हमारा टॉपिक है, उस पर जो ऑडियंस ने हमें ज्वाइन किया हुआ है उनको मुस्तफीद कर सकें। सो ताहिर साहब, ओवर टू यू।
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum again to people who joined little later. तो मैंने अपनी जो टॉक है उसको स्ट्रक्चर कुछ इस तरह किया है कि मैं कुछ कोशिश करूंगा कि आपको कुछ फैक्ट्स एंड इंफॉर्मेशन दे सकूं कि इस वक्त किस किस्म की सिचुएशन है और व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन, सो दे आर फैक्चुअल फिगर्स एंड इंफॉर्मेशन। और मेरा एक मकसद ये है कि आपके ज़हनों में मुख्तलिफ किस्म के सवालों को जन्म दिया जाए, ताकि आपको फ्यूचर के बारे में किस तरह सोचना है वो सोच आपके पास आ सके। कुछ चीज़ों का मैं जवाब दे सकूंगा, फ्यू आंसर्स, बिकॉज हम ऐसे टाइम जोन से गुजर रहे हैं जहाँ पर क्वेश्चन ज़्यादा हैं और जवाबात कम हैं। तो मैं कोशिश करूंगा जिन चीज़ों को जवाब दे सकता हूँ उन चीज़ों को जवाब दूँ। जो बेसिक हमारा मकसद ये है कि आप लोगों को उस चीज़ का एहसास दिलाया जाए कि मार्केट कैसी है, एम्प्लॉयर इस चीज़ों को कैसे देख रहे हैं, और आपको अगर इस मार्केट में आना है तो व्हाट इज़ दी वन ऑफ अ बेटर वे टू डू इट। देयर कुड बी मल्टीपल वेज जो हमारी समझ में आता है एज अ ग्रुप ऑफ मी, फर्रुख, नवीद एंड अहमद आफ्ताब। So that's what we're going to do. So let's start with the presentation. सबसे पहले let's just take a look at numbers कि इस वक्त कोविड का impact क्या है। Numbers could have changed also, but जो last हमने उठाए थे नंबर, टोटल केसेस वर्ल्ड वाइड 9.6 मिलियन के करीब पहुंच चुके हैं। 487,000 अमवात हो चुकी हैं, और पाकिस्तान के अंदर भी कोविड जो है काफ़ी तेज़ी से बढ़ रहा है। टोटल केसेस और मोर देन 193,000, डेथ्स हैव एक्सीडेड तकरीबन 3,900, एंड कंटिन्यूसली देयर इज़ अ अपवर्ड ट्रेंड। सम डेटा इज शोइंग कि थोड़ी बहुत फ्लैटनिंग शुरू हुई है, लेकिन बट एनीवे is too early to say. Peak is expected in the month of July, and whereas सिर्फ दुआ ये है कि आप लोग सेफ रह सके एंड यू एंड योर फैमिली स्टे सेफ एंड हेल्दी इन दिस होल पेंडेमिक का जो इशू है। तो ब्रीफली ज़रा पेंडेमिक की बात करते हैं। अगर मैं पिछले 500 से 600 साल में जाऊं तो आपने कुछ नाम सुने होंगे पेंडेमिक के, जिस तरह जिसमें ब्लैक डेथ विच इज़ प्लेग, स्मॉल पॉक्स, स्पेनिश फ्लू जो 1918 में आया था, उसकी बहुत बात करते हैं लोग। दे ऑल रिजल्टेड इन मिलियंस ऑफ डेथ्स। अगर मैं मॉडर्न टाइम्स में आऊँ तो आपने इस किस्म के नाम सुने होंगे, सार्स का सुना होगा, मर्स का सुना होगा, बर्ड फ्लू, स्वाइन फ्लू, एबोला, HIV एंड इस किस्म के एपिडेमिक्स का रिलेटेड नाम सुना होगा। ऑल ऑफ दीज आर वेरी हाईली ट्रांसमिटेबल, और इसलिए आपको रीज़न नज़र आ रही है कि दुनिया में पहले देर लगती थी, लेकिन बिकॉज ऑफ प्रॉक्सिमिटी एंड ट्रेवल, कोविड में आपने देखा होगा ये बड़ी थोड़े टाइम फ्रेम में पूरी दुनिया में फैल गया। कुछ अरसे से लोग इस किस्म के लार्ज स्प्रेड की बात कर रहे थे। उनकी बात कुछ सुनी गई, कुछ अनसुनी की, एंड रिजल्ट्स आपके सामने हैं। अगर आप इस डिस्कशन को ज़रा और समझना चाहते हैं तो बिल गेट्स की टेड टॉक के ऊपर कुछ 5 साल पुरानी टॉक है, जिसको आप सुनेंगे तो आपको लगेगा कि वो आज के ज़माने की बात कर रहा है। एक चीज़ ज़हन में रखिएगा कि वायरसेस डोंट फिनिश ऑन देयर ओन, ये खुद ब खुद ख़त्म नहीं हो जाते। वी नीड टू लर्न टू लिव विद इट। मल्टीपल आउटब्रेक्स कैन हैपन, जिसकी बात करते हैं कि जी इसकी सेकंड वेव आएगी या थर्ड वेव आएगी, तो ये एक ऐसी चीज़ नहीं है जो आती है और नेचुरली निकल जाती है, बट इट स्टेज within the on the planet till we find a way to deal with it. जिस तरह हमने स्मॉल पॉक्स और अदर पैंडेमिक्स के लिए आंसर्स ढूंढे, which is vaccine, and till a vaccine comes in, we will always be exposed, and we need to be very cautious of how it would can affect us. Optimistic views on vaccine is mid 2021, and recently अगर आप अमेरिका के नंबर्स देखें, वो नीचे जा रहे थे, फिर दोबारा ऊपर जाने शुरू हो गए। तो ये इस किस्म का ऊपर और नीचे का चीज आप देखते रहेंगे कुछ अरसे के लिए। इसका इम्पैक्ट क्या हुआ? I mean, एक तो मेडिकल साइड हुई जिसकी हमने बात की, लेकिन इसका इम्पैक्ट किया जिसके अंदर व्हाट वी आर मोर इंटरेस्टेड टू अंडरस्टैंड। इस पूरे पेंडेमिक का एक सिंक्रोनाइज्ड इकोनॉमिक मेल्टडाउन अक्रॉस द ग्लोब हुआ। सिंक्रोनाइज्ड इकोनॉमिक मेल्टडाउन का मतलब ये होता है कि कोई एक कंट्री इफेक्ट नहीं हुआ, बहुत सारे कंट्री एट एनी वन गिवन टाइम गॉट अफेक्टेड। जब लास्ट टाइम जब फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस आया था 2009 के अंदर, उस टाइम फ्रेम के ऊपर कुछ मुल्क हर्ट हुए थे और कुछ मुल्क को अफेक्ट नहीं हुआ था। ये वाहिद पेंडेमिक है हमारी मॉडर्न एज में जिसमें एक सिंक्रोनाइज्ड इकोनॉमिक मेल्टडाउन अक्रॉस द ग्लोब शुरू हुआ। अगर आपने कुछ नंबर्स को देखना है जो आपको बता सके कि what meltdown really means, ग्लोबल जीडीपी 140 ट्रिलियन US डॉलर की है, and there is expectation that it might contract between 3 to 6%. इस तरह हम आगे जाएंगे तो हमें इसका इम्पैक्ट ज़्यादा पता लगेगा, and this is only 2020, और इसका इफेक्ट अगले कई सालों तक हो सकता है चलता रहे। Developing countries might see a higher contraction, which includes Pakistan. तो अगर मैं इकोनॉमिकली देखूं तो जीडीपी की ग्रोथ विल गो डाउन। The other thing which will happen, you will have anti-globalization pressures, meaning कि countries अपनी जो जितनी ट्रेड है उसको इंटरनलाइज करने की कोशिश करेगी ताकि अपनी जॉब्स को बचा सके। And there are expectations कि international trade will fall by investments will fall by 13 to 20%, 13 to 32%. Foreign investment will fall down, which is FDI, foreign direct investment, to 30 to 40%. Air travel, 44 to 80%. So those are just numbers to give you an idea of the intensity and the impact it can have. लूजर्स इंडस्ट्रीज कौन सी होंगी? हॉस्पिटैलिटी विच इज होटल्स, एयरलाइंस, रेस्टोरेंट्स, टूरिज्म, रेंटल रियल एस्टेट, ये एक ही किस्म की हैं जहां पर लोग जमा होते हैं. सो बिजनेसेस वेयर पीपल गेट टुगेदर वो हर्ट होंगे बिकॉज ऑफ द सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग विच नीड्स टू बी केप्ट. कमोडिटीज हिट होंगी. कमोडिटीज में आयरन, स्टील, कॉपर, कोल, इस किस्म की कमोडिटीज, क्योंकि आप जब देखेंगे कि वर्ल्ड में ग्रोथ अगर फॉल करेगी तो उसका इम्पैक्ट कमोडिटीज पे जाएगा जो यूज होती थी टू स्पर द ग्रोथ. जब कमोडिटीज के ऊपर इफेक्ट आएगा तो उसका इफेक्ट डाउनस्ट्रीम लॉजिस्टिक पे आएगा, एंड शिपिंग वगैरह इज वन ऑफ द एरियाज व्हिच विल गेट अफेक्टेड. तो आई मीन देयर कुड बी अदर इंडस्ट्रीज. आपको सिर्फ एक आइडिया देने के लिए इन इंडस्ट्रीज को अफेक्ट होगा. गेनर इंडस्ट्रीज कौन सी हैं जो इंडस्ट्रीज गेन कर रही हैं? Communication is one. I mean, अभी हम we are using a platform, talking to each other, and that is a form of communication. Pharma is going to gain. Healthcare is going to gain. Healthcare में hospitals, patient care, and those kind of things. Online retailers will gain, like Daraz and other retailers which are in Pakistan, जो online services देते हैं. And you have seen Amazon and other people growing at this point in time. So those will be kind of a growth businesses. इस शॉक में से जो इस वक्त बिजनेस शॉक है, would we be able to recover very soon? No, it will take a longer period of time. That is one. Second thing which will happen, कुछ businesses permanently अपना काम करने का तरीका चेंज कर लेंगे. So some will go out of business and some will change the way they do business. और उसी को मद्देनजर रखते हुए हमने बकाया प्रेजेंटेशन में उसकी बात करी. तो इम्पैक्ट ऑफ कोविड-19 को अगर कंटिन्यू करें तो पहला इफेक्ट इज अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, and there is very large numbers right now, approximately 305 million jobs worldwide have been lost. Second quarter of 2020 में unemployment rates are soaring in developed countries. Underdeveloped and developing countries के अंदर कई दफा डेटा का फुकदान होता है, इसलिए हमने यूएस के नंबर से उठाए. यूएस में फर्स्ट क्वार्टर 2020 में we were at 4% of unemployment. तो अगर उनके पास 100 मिलियन लोग काम करते थे तो उसमें से 4 मिलियन वर अनएम्प्लॉयड. टुडे वही 100 मिलियन में अगर 15% करें तो these are 15 million people. कोई 4 गुना का फर्क पड़ा है in terms of unemployment rates in US alone. Similar rates are even worse are there in Europe. China has been affected and on and on. इसका इफेक्ट हमें कैसे पड़ेगा, and you need to understand that. जिन कंट्रीज में अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट बढ़ेगी वहां पर फॉरेन वर्कर्स will lose job and their valid visas to work over there. And that is what is going to happen, क्योंकि वो प्रोटेक्ट करेंगे अपने लोगों को, अपने लोगों की एम्प्लॉयमेंट को. That is the first thing that will happen. ये ट्रेंड आपको नजर आएगा. गवर्नमेंट्स will try to move and curb immigration just to protect their own people from getting unemployed for a longer period of time. And there would be probably a push. जो ग्लोबलाइजेशन हम पिछले ग्लोबलाइजेशन का मतलब ये है कि what we were seeing कि अगर चाइना यूएस में कुछ सामान चाहिए तो वो दुनिया में मुख्तलिफ जगह बनता था. आईफोन को ले लीजिए, दुनिया में कई मुल्कों में वो उसके पार्ट्स बनते थे, and then they used to come to US, get assembled overseas and then marketing. So anti-globalization will push companies to try to make stuff in their own markets, which will in turn reduce employment in countries जहाँ पर इस किस्म का काम होता था. So you will see unemployment rising in China, you will see unemployment rising in India, and service centers वगैरह जो भी call centers and whatever they will be were doing, they will get impacted. पाकिस्तान इन चीज़ों से मुस्तस्ना नहीं है, और पाकिस्तान will have its effect, and I think so we are feeling that effect on our businesses, चाहे वो छोटे हों चाहे बड़े हों, we are feeling that impact. So, I mean, that is the situation today. The reason I wanted to tell you the situation ताकि आप appreciate कर सकें कि इस वक्त हालात क्या हैं. इसका मकसद ये नहीं है कि आपको बिल्कुल नेगेटिव कर दिया जाए, बट until unless you understand what you are up against, तो उस चीज से लड़ने के लिए, तैयारी के लिए, you need to understand where we are and what are our challenges that we are up against. I used to do some research on कि फ्यूचर में 2040 में किस तरह की जॉब्स होंगी, क्या होंगी, किन स्टेप से वो आएंगी. इस पेंडेमिक ने कुछ चीज़ों को एक्सेलरेट कर दिया, जो आज से 4-5 सालों के बाद कुछ चीज़ें आनी थी. You see some of things coming out today. What we'll see is some jobs will vanish forever and will be replaced by AI, artificial intelligence and technological advancement. An example उसमें बैंक टेलर इसलिए लिखा है, बैंक टेलर because all of us are aware of a bank teller job. आप जिस जनरेशन से ताल्लुक रखते हैं, you are people who belong to a digital, you are digital native people, जिन्होंने सारी शुरू से आपने डिजिटल इंटरनेट and using smartphones and computers, so that is all you know. So बैंक टेलर एक ऐसी जॉब है जहां पर आप जाते हैं बैंक में, you get your check cash. Some of people have that job, but as we progress further, online banking and fintech आएगा, तो उसके अंदर you will find that bank teller will not be a person, a job which will be required, and it will vanish forever. I've seen that in China. We'll see more and more in Pakistan. That job will be gone. The reason bank teller को मैं example लेके चलता हूँ is when a bank teller loses its job, उसके पास कोई और skill नहीं है to do any other job. So unluckily, they will go out of the job market at maybe a younger age with no opportunity to find a new job. So it is very critical for people to understand what technologies will survive, what kind of technologies will be required, what kind of careers will be required in future, and what will be the growth careers. कुछ emerging technologies को future के लिए हमने देखा, and दखल फरोख आपसे एक list भी share करेंगे जिसके अंदर इनके बारे में, plus there are a few more technologies. इसमें क्या चीजें हमें किस किस्म के लफ्ज सुनने को मिल रहे हैं और किस किस्म की टेक्नोलॉजीज ग्रोथ में आएंगी. आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, मशीन लर्निंग, इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स. इसमें से कई लोगों ने जो आप जिस प्रोफेशन से बिलोंग करते हैं उसमें इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स के ऊपर या IoT के ऊपर यू आर वर्किंग. एज कंप्यूटिंग, विच इज के जी कंप्यूटिंग रादर देन डूइंग ऑल कंप्यूटेशन सेंट्रली डिवाइसेस के ऊपर कंप्यूटिंग होगी, जिस तरह आपका फोन है, दैट इज एज कंप्यूटिंग. या IoT डिवाइसेस पे कंप्यूटिंग होगी, दैट इज एज कंप्यूटिंग. So that would happen. So all devices which are out there will become more and more intelligent. Wearable and augmented realities. Wearables are like watches and are glasses and whatever not, and you'll be able to develop realities based on computer programs. Blockchains and distributed ledgers. That's an interesting technology which is emerging. Big data and augmented analytics. Digital twins. As engineers, you need to understand what digital twins are. These are primarily physics models of actual, let's say, machine which is virtual and runs in a similar manner as the physical machine. So this is a digital machine running in replication to a physical machine. So आप बहुत सारी चीजें digitally model कर सकेंगे, check कर सकेंगे, और आप दोनों मशीनों को एक दूसरे के साथ मैच कर सकते हैं. Those are the kind. और हब के प्लांट के ऊपर हमने GE की मदद से डिजिटल ट्विन्स के ऊपर थोड़ा काम किया, and we had put down a model which was a digital twin model, And these models are such that they learn over a period of time. And those learning is what machine learning is about. Natural language processing, a lot of people are aware of it. Siri is one of them. The Android के ऊपर भी Google का platform natural language processing का है कि आप उससे बात करें तो वो, I mean, it will either translate or try to get you an answer. ये टेक्नोलॉजी आगे और प्रोग्रेस करेगी. कंप्यूटर विजन एंड फेशियल रिकग्निशन इज समथिंग वेरी क्लियर कि ये आएगी. Autonomous vehicles, they are electrical vehicles which do not need drivers. 5G technology will bring computing to devices in a much better manner because it's much robust, high bandwidth technology. You will see robotics process automation, you will see 3D and 4D printing and additive manufacturing. कि आप components जो हैं अलग-अलग mass production की बजाय you can make components by additive manufacturing. I'm sure कुछ universities के अंदर 3D printing की devices मौजूद होंगी and you are aware of what additive manufacturing is. The other area which is I'm briefly going to touch is lot of growth in genetic engineering and gene के ऊपर, genomics के अंदर. So there are a lot of work which is getting done on DNA, RNA के ऊपर, जिसके अंदर interventions करके maybe take care of DNA के अंदर जो अगर कोई defect है, like if there is a cancer strain वहाँ पर, तो maybe some genetic editing needs to be done. ये सारी technologies जो हैं, they are going to make people more visible to our privacy would get invaded quite a bit by these technologies. So a whole set of a discussion is happening around the ethics of these technologies and how they will be managed. But that's a separate debate. I'm not going to get into that. But these are the certain areas which are the growth areas and areas where you would see future growth, future products which are coming up. सवाल ये आता है कि as a student or maybe as a young professional, what do I do now? जितनी मैंने technologies की बात की आपसे, उसके अंदर you're lucky to be STEM graduates, meaning science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, because all the things we are talking about are going to come out of designs from engineers like you, sitting in Pakistan, sitting all over the world. So you are in a good educational setting if you are a STEM graduate. अगर आप अपने आप को position कर लेते सही, and you start understanding what technologies are going to make sense, where the world will go, I think so you can have a future, a better future. And if you become aware of it and you try to upgrade and skills yourself, then I think so you have a better future. And that's what we want you and all of us to understand. That is the kind of thing that's going to happen. When I look at future, there are three key items which come to my mind. And those are the three words I use normally when I talk to people. One is learnability, flexibility and adaptability. So मैं जरा समझा देता हूँ कि इनका मतलब मेरे ज़हन में क्या है. अगर मैं पिछले 5-10 सालों में देखूं या maybe 20 years, the technology has been changing quite significantly. There is a huge change in technology. अगले सालों में maybe it is even faster. That means कि whatever I learn today, I might have to unlearn tomorrow. और हो सकता है मुझे दोबारा learning करनी पड़े. So now learning will become a continuous process. For us, the life was much easier. We went to school, we did our FSC, We did our pre-engineering, joined mechanical engineering, did our masters, did a job, and went through that career. But in your case, that may or may not be very, very true. So you would have to learn something, then maybe new technologies come in. You have to unlearn what you had learned earlier, and then learn again. So that is one skill which will become a key to success in future. Second will be flexibility. Flexibility would mean, I'll just take an example of career and you can take that definition to some other places. Flexibility in career relates to, I graduated as an engineer, so I worked in engineering, so I worked in an industry, and I didn't have to be very, very flexible in my careers. Now, as we talk about changing realities, so you may have to have developed that intellectual flexibility in to change the job, get to new jobs, get into newer technologies. So that mental flexibility will be required, not at a younger age alone, it will be for all the future. Please try to recall the example I gave of bank teller. If bank teller does not remain flexible, doesn't learn anything, he or she would be out of job with skill which are not relevant in the market. Adaptability would be the locations we know, the way we live. Your pandemic is an adaptability issue. We have to adapt to different way of style. We've seen a lot of people resisting what is required to be safe from pandemic. Countries like China, Korea, Taiwan, and some other countries have gone through earlier pandemics and they exactly knew how to adapt to these changing circumstances. So these are the three key words which comes to my mind when I look at the future. So learnability, learn and unlearn. Flexibility in terms of what you know today, you do today, you may have to change. Adaptability is circumstances which are changing. Pandemic, I gave you an example just to make it clear. अगर आज आप afford कर सकते हैं to go to school, please go to school today, so that you can learn new skills, you can upgrade your knowledge, and if you can afford it, please do it. Online learning, I think so. It is one of the outcome of this internet revolution and what is going on. I see little less focus on it. Online learning is not about what is being taught out of universities. There are a lot of forums available. There are forums which are free, forums which are, there are paid forums also. So whatever you can do, you need to have a structure in your mind. How do I go into online learning? What do I learn? What kind of technology should I learn? What should I learn about leadership and management skills? It really was very, very heartening to see the appreciation you people have on the soft skill required to become successful in your careers. Yes, technology will make a lot of difference, but soft skills will be something which will be required quite a bit. If you've ever thought of entrepreneurships, I think so. It's a good time to look at it. There is an incubation centers which are out there. National Incubation Center, Ignite is a funded incubation center from all telcos. So that is one way to look at things. So it is time to think about entrepreneurships. My feel is gig careers are careers which relate to not formal jobs, but which are contract jobs. That will accelerate. उसके अपने challenges हैं, उसके अपनी issues होंगे to do with it. So I mean, before I go into what we look for people for hiring from here onwards, so my message is very, very simple. As STEM graduates, which you are, and where the technology is moving, where the world is moving, you are rightly placed to be part of the future. If you are a bank teller, I think so you would be struggling for the future. There are certain ways to adapt to this new normal, and I give you 3 keywords: learnability, flexibility, and adaptability. Please go out and learn the new skills. School ja sakte hain to good. If you can't, then go to online learning. Not only learn the technology, but learn the soft skills which are to do with leadership and management skills, because that will make you distinguished from other people. If you have ever thought of becoming an entrepreneur, best time to do it. जो times जो बहुत challenging times होते हैं, they are the times when you are at a cusp where the world changes. So you are at the cusp, and people who are able to do that will become entrepreneurs. Careers की मैंने बात कर दी. When you go to today's market, you will find fierce competition for jobs. And I'm just giving you हम तीनों का point of view, बल्कि हम चारों का point of view. As employers or as people who are going to interview, what do we look for? Definitely we will look for technical skills. कि यार अपने technically कितने strong है. हम ये भी सवाल पूछेंगे कि आपने pandemic में क्या सीखा? Because you had an opportunity to be off from the school, off from the daily busy life you had. So what did you learn? And that question will come to you again and again. कि आपने pandemic में break में क्या सीखा? We'll also look at communication skills. कि किस किस्म की communication skills है, and teamwork and collaboration skills. इन तीनों के लिए, I think so, the organizations have developed good methodology to check these out. There are psychometric testing, there are ways to check these out. So it is not something which I go with a gut. किसको teamwork आती है नहीं आती, collaboration skills आती नहीं आती. There are systematic ways of checking these. So people will be checking for these kind of things. Good online persona, that means you need to be able to communicate online, be able to give an interview on Zoom. Because most of the interviews, we did interviews right now. हमने अभी कुछ interviews किए लोगों के which were for internship. Most of them were online. Mostly, बल्कि मैं ख्याल 100% of them were online. So people who come across online as people who are hireable will get hired. So you don't have to be shy about being online. You need to learn how to be working online and be communicating to people. The other thing would be if the normal continues the way we are and continues for a couple of years, so people would have to work with minimal supervision. Cameras cannot be mounted in everybody's home. So people need to be organized. You need to have disciplined behaviors. So as an employer, these are the kind of things we look at. So please keep it in mind. There's going to be fierce competition. And you need to stand out. In order to stand out, I gave you certain things which we as an employers will look at. And I'll be very, very happy to get your feedback on it. And then we can go from there. Okay, I'll come to the last slide so that we can then open up the question and answers. We had wondered कि हम इस चीज को आगे कैसे लेके चलें. So we wanted to target an audience which is graduating classes and young professionals. We are not interested in senior professionals. Not interested means we are not targeting this forum for future for senior professionals, because future of work is very, very relevant topic for you people who are graduating today and have 30 to 35, 40 years of professional life in front of you. So this forum, that's what we want to target. The intent of the forum would be to help you develop an understanding how world is changing. So we have given you a very brief understanding. What are the technologies? What are the areas where the world is changing? And we would like to take people through that various things to understand how the world is changing and what are the relevant things. And we'll try to give in the forum, how do you apply the future mindset we talked about? How does the learnability come in, flexibility and adaptability? These are the areas which we want to work on. The skill set which we want people to evolve by through this forum and discussions would be technical, managerial, and leadership, and 3 skills which were identified by you people also. Outcome क्या चाहते हैं हम इससे? I think so. Our biggest success would be working with you people, understanding how you're thinking. If we are able to develop a mental model for all of you and for us also, because we are also in the same market, trying to prepare ourselves for future. We might have a lesser professional life than you, but challenges are the same. So the challenge for Farrokh and Naveed Rabbani, Ahmed Aftab are same and similar in nature. So those are the kind of things we want to do. Relevance, we want to have how does it apply to local market? That's what we want to do. So LinkedIn ke upar we have formed a group which we will be doing this. We would like to bring topics at least twice in a quarter, which will try to address all the things which you're saying about. So I'm very, very thankful to all of you to be part of the webinar, and I'm open to questions and comments, and I'll try to answer if I can. Over to you, Farrokh.
Thank you very much, sir, for this wonderful insight about the topic. And I think, I believe that this must be beneficial for the students and engineers, and for all of us, even for all of us. So now I move to the last segment, or the second last segment, which is the question and answer session, where Mr. Tahir Javed will be answering your questions. So let me have a look at the first one. 1 second. Okay. The first question is Hassan from UET Textile is asking, what type of technical skills does fresh mechanical engineer have, and what is the weightage of skills that you learn from YouTube without certification?
As a certification, I'm not sure. For us, certification is a degree you have. And the skill which you're looking at, I articulated there. You're looking for your technical know-how, technical skills. You're looking for communication skills. You're looking at how you work in teams. And the new skill which has gotten added is how do you work online and how do you organize yourself on your own. And if we are not able to fully answer these questions, or we are not able to answer them in the manner which you have asked them, future of work Pakistan ke naam se group hai. You can post them and we will be more than happy to answer them in those chats, and whatever is required you do that. Ji Farrokh.
Okay, sir, thank you very much. And now the second one is Mr. Asif is asking, what does an employer expect from a fresh graduate in this time?
I think so adequately cover कर लिया, और ये webinar जो है will be on future of work Pakistan on LinkedIn, and so you can again go back and take a look at it. If it is still not clear, I'll be more than happy. My associate will be more than happy to answer you, and maybe if required, you can form a small group of people and set up some kind of a call with us and we can go deeper into the questions which you really have. So this is more generic in nature, but अगर आपका specific question है, we can do set up a session जिसमें एक यूनिवर्सिटी के कुछ लोग जमा हो जाएं, 8-10 लोग, and if you have set a question, you can send it to us earlier, and then we can get on to a Zoom call and try to answer them, maybe more in depth and in detail.
ओके सर, थैंक यू। ठीक है, एक सवाल उबैद साहब ने पूछा है और इसको भी मैं पढ़ देता हूँ, और अगर तो ये वैसे कवर हमने किया, लेकिन अगर आप इसको कुछ कहना चाहें, वरना देन फिर हम वही जो हमने बनाया फ्यूचर वर्क पे, हम उस पर भी इसको एड्रेस कर सकते हैं। वो कहते हैं कि जी, सिंस इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर अ फ्रेश इंजीनियर टू गेट अ जॉब इन द मार्केट nowadays, what would you suggest to a fresh graduate to enhance his chances or maximize them to get selected in a particular field?
इसको मैंने आंसर करने की कोशिश की थी जेनेरिक तौर के ऊपर, but if there is a specific thing in mind, then I can answer that. I said what we are looking for. I said there is going to be good competition, very fierce competition for jobs, and what kind of technologies, what kind of skills we are looking for, and what technologies will be making sense in the future. All of those things we try to articulate. And if they still requires clarity, you're most welcome to post it on the Future for Work Pakistan group on LinkedIn.
Okay, sir. Okay, one question from Mr. Afan Khokar, who is asking that as per the situation due to COVID-19, what do you prefer a graduate should do? Advance towards master studies or search for a job? ये एक मशवरा लेना चाहते हैं कि इस हालात में
मैंने आपको जवाब दिया, if you can afford today to go to a master's degree, I think so you should seriously think about it. So that the things settle down, and but do masters in the skills which are required tomorrow. Not a masters in the skill which were required yesterday or presently. So you need to be more picky about what you study now. It was easier for us. जी okay, mechanical में किया है, फरोक बैठे, इन्होंने भी mechanical के अंदर master किया होगा. Today you need to make a choice and be very smart about it, because you will not get chances again and again to spend that kind of money. So मैंने इसको इसलिए आंसर किया था पहले, मुझे इल्म है कई लोगों के ज़हन में सवाल है कि मैं पढ़ने जाऊँ नहीं जाऊँ. If you can afford, please do that. If you can go and learn new technology, please do that. If you can learn new technology online, please do that. At the same time, if you get a job, fantastic. But with the job, please learn new technology. So that would be my answer to you. Please focus on future, understand where future is coming from and where it is going, and then align yourself accordingly.
Thank you very much, sir. One more question, I think, from AMG. Okay. Name is not very clear, but the question is that with the industrial revolution coming, shouldn't mechanical engineering go through major syllabus change to accommodate ML and AI? AI is artificial intelligence and ML machine learning. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a very relevant question. मुझे इस वक्त सबसे बड़ा issue है academic institutions के साथ, and that is some work which I plan to start doing, but somehow it doesn't may not affect you people because you're graduating right now or in the process. Our institutions are way behind the curve on the new technologies. My feel is, I could be wrong, the faculty available, the curriculum available is not really aligned to the future and what skills are required for the future. But you're lucky that there are opportunities, there are ways available now to acquire those skills. So if it is not available here, there are many opportunities where it is available. I was just recently looking at Microsoft offers a whole set of webinars on IoT. So how do you, what is IoT? How do you can connect to IoT's devices and whatever not? So those kind of webinars, Google ke paas, there's a lot of material on AI. And next webinar which we are thinking.
Sir, can you hear me?
I think Farooq, Naveed, can you take over? No, we still have Farooq.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, जी पावर फेलियर तो मैं
जी
जी मैं कनेक्ट हो गया हूँ हॉटस्पॉट से एक
जी।
लास्ट वन सेकेंड
Farooq, if I may, there is one question, sir.
जी.
Umar Ali Nawab has asked, what is more important to excel in mechanical field, technical knowledge or managerial skills?
अगर मैं जॉब का कंटेंट देखूं, देखें जॉब जो है when you enter you need let's say 70 to 80% technical knowledge, but you need certain amount of managerial knowledge. Managerial knowledge doesn't mean that you need to become a leader, but you need to learn how to manage yourself, have the empathy and all EQ type things which are there. But as you progress, this ratio changes. So for a starter, I think so technical skills, I'll keep it at a highest level. So as an employer, I would have a difficult time to convince myself to hire somebody who has huge managerial skill, but has a low technical skill for an entry level job. My simple answer would be that technical skills would have much more weightage than the managerial skills. But I would give managerial skill a weightage of things like teamwork, collaboration, working with people, working independently. Those are the kind of managerial skills we'll be looking for. We're not looking for a manager, but we're looking at those soft skills for people to manage themselves. And so that would be the normal thing. The question which the issue which I placed in front of you, that the questions would now be a little different on technical skill is what different have you learned and how have you, because again, the people were going to ask you about your learning ability. Yeah, have you learned something different? Have you learned something which is more critical, was different than what you are being taught at school? So those kind of questions will come to you. Both skills will be important. Weightage would be separate. Higher weightage to technical, lower weightage to managerial, but as you rise, the ratios will keep on changing. I think so. This was the last question we have, and
okay, so thank you very much. I think that is the last part, and before we conclude this session, I thank you all for attending this session and make it interactive, and I hope this will bring some clarity on what our future will look like after COVID-19. आप अपने स्क्रीन से लॉग ऑफ करने से पहले एक अभी सर्वे का लिंक देख रहे होंगे जो आपकी स्क्रीन पे आ जाएगा, और नहीं आएगा तो अभी अहमद आपसे शेयर कर देंगे। काइंडली उस सर्वे को हमारे लिए भर लें ताकि हम इस तरह की और सेशंस इससे ज़्यादा इम्प्रूवमेंट के साथ कर सकें। ऑब्वियसली इट इज़ अ बिगिनिंग और वी फेस सम इश्यूज, लेकिन with your help, with your feedback, obviously we will improve. So in the end, I thank Mr. Tahir, Javed, and all the participants for make this event successful. And I leave you now, but please fill the survey. So take care and Allah Hafiz.
Thank you very much.
Now this time I'm going to put online survey. Kindly fill out the survey. You have 1.5 minutes for it.
Okay, yeah, I can see on the video. On this video. Thank you.
Your valuable inputs are really important for us to make future events more effective and valuable for others as well. You can see one online survey on your screens. We have 5 questions. Okay, thank you very much for your feedback. Over to you, Farooq sir.
Thank you, Ahmed. I think the feedbacks is been given, and I said thank you very much again for all the participants and the speaker, the guest speaker, and hopefully we'll be bringing more sessions like this. Until then, thank you very much and goodbye. Allah Hafiz.